Welcome to this recording of an exercise that will hopefully help students who are very new to computers and to Blackboard so that they know how to submit an assignment to a very specific location in Blackboard. As long as you're at CCC, students, many of you, probably all of you, will be having to deal with this situation on somewhat of a regular basis if you use any form of internet in your classrooms at all. I wanted to show you how to do a basic assignment submission by going through this as a student. Right now what I'm going to do is go into the internet, and all of you know how to do that, I'm assuming, and I'll log into Blackboard, and I'm going to log in under a student account, so I will see the same screen that you see instead of one that the instructor would see. I'm logging in right now, and hopefully the computer will not be difficult. I'm logging into my Math 140 course, and it doesn't matter whether this is a lab, a test, a paper assignment, or what have you. The basic fundamentals are the same way. So for those of you who are very precise and exact, you may need to check with your individual instructor if there are some variations, but this general idea is about the same across the board. I'm going to choose a lab that I do in my math classes by going over here to the link that says Labs Submitted Online. It could be a small exercise, it could be a homework assignment, or what have you. I'm going to click on Labs, and again, this part will vary depending on the assignment. I happen to have some labs set up for the week of July 8 through 12, so I'm going to open that folder. And I see a series of labs that are required from my classes. Now again, referring to these steps, if you're watching this video, be sure to stop and rewind as you need to individually. The first step that you'll do is locate the assignment. You'll find the appropriate link that's there, read the directions, and if necessary, find a document that contains the assignment. In my particular example, in the Math 140 class, and I'll try to make this a little bit larger to see on the screen for those of you who may have some visual issues. I'll take this lab that's set up for Monday. And there are the directions right there. The lab says to download the sheet, work the exercises, save the work on the computer, and submit the completed sheet through this link. I'm having my students do this in Blackboard on the internet because I want them to get away from just a traditional paper and pencil that we did back in our elementary school days, and for those of you who are my age who did this before the computers existed. And of course I have the pledge there in the yellow background. There's a document right here. I have two places I can click. I can click the black title of the assignment, or I can click the actual document. There's an attached file right there. That's what you want to look for. It says attached file, lab for Monday, July 8th. So I'm going to click on this with my mouse. When I click on this with my mouse, depending on your computer, for most of you at the bottom of the screen, you'll have an option that says, and I don't know if you can see this on my video or not, but it says, do you want, I'll see if I can move this a little bit higher in case I can't do it. Do you want to open or save the lab from Blackboard? Now if you choose open, which is a natural thing to do, it may or may not work for you. I'm going to suggest that when you have this situation happen, that you find the document that contains the assignment, which I've done right here. I've located that document. It could be a PowerPoint presentation, it could be a Word document, or what have you. The next step you want to do is to download that assignment from Blackboard. You click on the assignment as I did just now. You select the save arrow and then choose the words or the phrase that says save as. You need to be really sure that you know exactly where your document is saved on your computer. A lot of students forget that. And again, if you're very needful with those items with computers, and I suggest strongly that you take a basic computer course on our campus. So I'll go back to the internet, and I've got this option at the bottom. I'm clicking the arrow and choose Save As. The reason I'm choosing Save As is that gives me control, not the computer, over where everything is taken. When I click Save As, I'll get a dialog box, just like I would if I'm saving a document in a computer class, and many of you watching this video have never saved a document on a computer. Believe it or not, those people exist. And the computer, in my case, is going to go where it last visited my personal computer. Yours will be different from this one. I suggest for beginner students that they look over here to the left-hand side and choose something that says desktop. That will actually be the screen that is in front of your face when your computer is first turned on. If by chance you happen to lose it, it will probably be in a folder that is called downloads automatically. I'm going to have my students choose the word desktop. And if I look at the very high part of my box, it will say desktop. That way I know exactly where it's located. You can change this name if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as Lab for Monday, July 8th, so it matches what was on Blackboard. Doesn't really matter as long as you can keep up with it. Click the button that says Save, and what this will do is it will record a copy of this document onto your computer. Now, if you want to leave Blackboard open, you are welcome to do that. It's up to you personally. I'm going to close this little box where I downloaded it, and I'm just going to minimize Blackboard so I don't have to use it anymore. The next step I'm going to do once I've downloaded that document is I want to complete the assignment. Alright, so I'm going to show you that assignment. Pardon my messy desktop. Now, it may come up as a different document. Mine came up as an internet connection. I'm glad this happened because I want to be sure that you don't have this happen. Mine came up as an internet file, and I'm going to click this button that says Enable Editing, and that will allow you to work on it. It's just a regular document. Now, I am not, and I'm going to make this visual for those who are not very good processors with their listing skills. I'm going to actually go in, and I'm going to say my answers are incorrect. I'm just going through the process. I'm not doing math here. The focus is not on mathematics. It's on Blackboard. So I'm going to answer this question, and you can do this by writing. You can do this by typing. It's a matter of how you personally want to answer the question. So if I wanted to answer this question right here, and I'm just going to click in here, I don't care personally how messed up it is. Let's say that the answer happened to be 25 outfits. And just because I want you to see this, you don't have to do this because Mike Sis did, but I'm going to put this in a yellow highlight just so it's a little more outstanding to work through. And it might do some crazy things, again, depending on your computer. Mine's messing up right now. Again, I'm writing incorrect answers over here on purpose. I may have some crazy buttons coming up because my computer is being very ugly right now. I might put down here, I have no idea how to work this problem. I'm just playing with the exercise, people. Just forgive me for that. And I'm just playing around with my computer right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing the assignment again, but again, my answers are incorrect. The purpose of my exercise is just to let you see what happens. Alright, I've got this assignment completed. Let's say that I do. The next thing I want to do when I complete this exercise, I want to do the work, save the assignment on my computer, and be sure that I know where it is, because I'm not there at your house to help you with that part. So I'll go over here to the file menu, get some help from someone if you're new to computers, if you're new to this document concept. You want to choose the word file and save it. I always choose save as because then I have control over where it's located. Now again, depending on what your operating system is, it may look different from mine. Mine is something called Windows 8. But you can still look and find something that says desktop. That's always a safety measure. Choose desktop, and I'm going to leave the name of the assignment, Lab for Monday, July 8th, exactly how it is. And what it's doing is updating this document with my personal changes, my personal answers recorded on it. I don't want to send the original document. I want to send the one where I've done the homework. So I know it's going to be on the desktop. I know that's the name of the document. I'll click the Save button. And now I've completed the process, and my document with the handwritten information and the yellow highlight and the blue highlight are there. Now you don't have to do yellow and blue because Mike Sis did. I'm just doing this for teaching purposes. The next step I want to do now that I have the document done, I would go ahead personally and close the file so there's no confusion with it. Sometimes Blackboard gets antsy if the file remains open. So I'm going to go to Word now that it's saved, and I know it's saved because I've got that update on there. I'm going to close it so that's still on my desktop, and again, there it is on my desktop right there. Ta-da! In fact, mine should be, I'm trying to find exactly where it is. Let me make sure, just to be safe, that mine's saved. I'm going to do something else. Again, mine is very unique right here. I'm going to make sure that my document is saved. It's saved as a Word document, so it should be okay. Click on, yeah, it's saved. Alright, now the process is what counts, not that it's exactly like mine. the next thing you want to do is to return to Blackboard and find that same assignment link that you had already. So I'm going back to the internet, and unless you shut down Blackboard, there it is. But this time, instead of clicking the document, I'm going to click the title of the assignment. It's the black one right here. Maybe I can highlight this for visual purposes. I'm not having difficulty doing that. I'm going to click on the title for the assignment, not the file, but the title. Do you see the difference, hopefully? When I click on this, and again, this is large right now, as I'm making this large enough for people who have visual issues when they're watching videos. It says upload assignment. Upload means you're sending it up to the internet instead of down to your computer. And once I see this little upload option, you're going to have 3 items up there. You're going to have the assignment information, which just describes the assignment as you've already seen. You'll see a submission process, a place where you can add comments, and a green submit button. Let me make these visual for you so you can see these. The assignment information just describes the assignment just as you saw earlier. It probably has a due date on there. Mine says Sunday night, July 14th. Then you see something that says attach file. I use the analogy of strapping a baby to a car seat. This is the car seat, and your assignment file is the baby. The computer is a machine that doesn't know where your stuff is located. It has no idea. Blackboard has no idea what you're submitting, so you have to tell it. So you click this button that says Browse My Computer, and it will try to find your assignment. Now, if the word desktop is at the top of the screen, that's great. If not, you need to click desktop or downloads or wherever you saved it, and you have to be in control of where you save things. I can't do that for you because I'm not at your house. But if I click desktop, I can go down through this list and find that assignment. And mine happens to be right there. It says lab. I skipped over it, sorry. It says lab for, hold on. It said lab. I told you my computer was a bit jerky today. It says lab for Monday, July 8th. I'm hovering over that. I'm going to select it by clicking on it, and I'll click this button that says open. What this will do is it will make a copy of my assignment. It says file name, link title, blah blah blah. It means that's the assignment that's going in there. Don't worry about that do not attach button. The do not attach button is there if you accidentally went, oops, I got the wrong one. You can click do not attach and you can undo that mistake that you made. I happen to have the correct one. Again, reviewing these steps. I saw the assignment information. I then clicked the Browse My Computer button. I located my assignment. I selected it, and I clicked the button that said open. Now, if I want to add a comment there in Blackboard, I can. For example, let's suppose that this was a late assignment or I'm having some issues with it. I might add a comment down here that says, Mr. Sisk or Mike, depending on what you want to call me, I had difficulties with exercise number 2. Can I schedule a time to meet with you for help? Thanks. Alright, I've added that comment, and if I scroll down, whether I'm going to the bottom of the screen or the top, there is a green button that says submit. I click that submit button, and it will say the assignment is complete. And what it will do on your screen in Blackboard, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that you can see it on screen, it will give me the note, the comment that I made a minute ago, and depending on your computer, mine's giving me fits, but it will usually have a preview of the assignment, so when you look at it or when I look at it on my end as an instructor, it will show a visual copy of what the assignment looks like. Now mine seems to be giving problems right now. It's not an issue for this video. But if I want to make sure that assignment is there, what I can do, and I'm going to show you this PowerPoint step as well, I can go in to see if it's been graded. Now of course it hasn't been graded immediately because I just literally assigned it, and you just literally just graded it. So if I want to look at this from my end, I'll go over here to where it says Course Tools. I'm going to again show you this on PowerPoint. I'll click the Course Tools button. It has all the tools in Blackboard that you need. I'll select something called My Grades and find my assignment. Here I go. I'm clicking on Course Tools, alphabetically, starting with ABC, announcements, Blackboard, etc. It goes down alphabetically with all the tools that are here. Over in the second column, if I go to the M's, I find something called My Grades. Click on it. It will show you all the work for your assignment. Now I'm seeing zeros there for this pretend student because this pretend student hasn't done everything. And for stuff that's been graded, it will show, you have a list right here that says stuff that's been graded. Zeros where I need to do some work. I have 100 where this one's been graded. I can click on comments, or I can click on description, and I can look at what's been done. If I click on comments for this grade, it tells me something about that grade. Sometimes I can even look at the assignment. Down here toward the bottom where it says submitted, there's lab for Monday, July 8th. You notice when I move over it, it changes to a little hand, just like the internet does when you want to go to a link. If I click on this, it will display my document. There it is, where I made my changes to the document. It's got my comment over here on the side. And that way you'll know without a doubt that it's been graded. If this is blank, it means that the Blackboard process was not done correctly. You submitted it incorrectly, or there was some fluke with your computer, and you would need to contact your instructor. Hopefully these particular steps will help you out. Let me review them very quickly one more time. Locate the assignment on Blackboard and find the link and download the document that you need. Download means coming down from the internet to your computer. You save it using the Save As button and choose the desktop if you're new to computers so you can more easily find where you put it. Work on the assignment and save it to your computer and know where it's located, because if you don't know where it's located, you may have trouble finding it to submit it to your instructor. Once you've completed the assignment, close that file, return to Blackboard, find the same assignment link as before, and click the black link title, not the document itself. Go through the steps where you upload or send it up to the internet to your instructor. You'll see the information. You'll see a Browse My Computer button where you'll click it, locate your assignment to select it, click the Open button, add some comments if you need to, and then click the green Submit button to send it to your instructor. Check under Course Tools and My Grades to see the status of your grade when you need to. Hopefully this has helped you out, but if you still have difficulties, then you need to make contact face-to-face with your instructor. The more you practice this routine, the easier it will become for you. Practice, practice, repetition, repetition. Again, contact me if you need additional help.